King was struggling to block the attack until eventually this man Zoro sliced his whole mask in half. I mean, he had Buddy leaking a little bit too. Then these fathers, they wake back up and they was like, what? He's black? I never knew he was black. Dang, sir, why you never told us you was a nigga? Alright y'all, so I know I haven't did a Zoro video in like over what, 4 months, and that's literally like my 3rd video on this channel. That's crazy. But hey, that's really not my fault. Every time I ask y'all what fight y'all want, it's always something to do with Luffy, and I spoil you guys with the Luffy content. So hey, I give y'all what y'all want. But now I got a Zoro video for y'all today. And I know some of y'all gonna be in the comments like, bro, why you didn't just do Sanji faces Queen fight before you did this fight first? Well, number 1, this fight won the poll, so I mean, what do you want me to do about it? And 2, I already posted a Gear 5 Luffy video, so the order is already fucked up. But don't worry, I got y'all next videos. It's all good. Y'all just gotta wait a little bit longer. So anyways, we just gonna start right here because this is where the fight really get down to action. So we start off with this man King pulling his head back, and the face this man made while he was doing that was absolutely bonkers. Anyways, this man slingshot himself over to Zoro like he's an angry bird, bruh. And Zoro managed to dodge it. Then bro started to do a mid-air drive-by. I mean, man started busting at Zoro. Pause. And my boy Zoro was trying to get up out of there. He wasn't having it. Then after that, King, he swoops down on Zoro, but Zoro, he dodges it. And Zoro was like, all right, bet. Man's created a whole purple dragon and tries to hit this man King with a whole tornado, but he breaks it. Then after that, this man King, he pull out his big black long sword and tries to attack Zoro with it, but he blocks it. And after that, bro was just doing consecutive swords attack at Zoro, and this man Zoro was on defense. And bro tries to cut Zoro again, but he blocks it. And Zoro was like, I need to see what's under that mask. I know he's a nigga under there. And King was like, you worried about the wrong thing, boy. Focus on the fight. And bro sent this man Zoro flying to the rocks. Well, Zoro thought he was worried about the wrong thing. He should just worry about the fight instead of trying to see the skin color of somebody. Even though we know that King is a brother. But anyways, after that happened, Zoro's sword Emma started to tweak out. And bro arm started to turn to the color he despised the most. It's even was sucking the muscle out this man's arm, bro. Like his shit turned skinny like a Slurpee straw, bro. But then eventually he got it under control by just saying this. I'm white. Ah, you should have been said that. I would have been obeyed you. Then after that, it listened to him. Boy, that's quite a racist sword you got there with you. I like it. So King dashed towards Zoro with an attack, and Zoro was able to block it and deflect his attack back. And then this man tries to attack King, and man's done hit a Lambo on him, and he punches Zoro in the back and make him start bouncing like a basketball, bro. And then as Zoro was trying to get up, this man stands over him and says, hit me, little nigga. And Zoro jumped towards him with the intent to kill. Bro tries to pierce through this man's stomach, and this man King looked him dead in his eyes and said, I tried to give you a chance, but let me show you what a real attack is. Kaboom. And bro blew this man Zoro up. And at this point, it wasn't looking so good for my boy Zoro. Right now, he got to step it up or GG's for him. Because right now, King, he going crazy, I ain't gonna lie. So out of nowhere, this man Zoro, he created a green aura like he's on his legendary Super Saiyan shit. And slashes King through the middle of his body. And although it looked like he did something, bro did not do not a damn thing, bro. And again, with King making this goofy ass face pulling his head back. And as Zoro was trying to pull out Ingma, it was like, oh hell no, what the fuck you doing? While this man King coming at him at full speed, and King was able to land a fatal blow on him. And if I go back, you could really see how they consider this man Zoro as a demon, bro. Bro's skeleton has horns on it. That's crazy. But anyway, Zoro, he gets knocked off the cliff, and this man King, bro, he's a whole joke.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's just how I imagine he sounds, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, as this man Zoro was falling down worrying about his sword, this man King casually flies towards him and kicks him back up there. Now after Zoro got himself together, he dashes towards King. And his first impact was something serious. Look at my boy Zoro, bro. But I want y'all to peep this. Why does this low-key look like Zoro Ashura form? Just low-key though. Low-key it kinda look like it. Anyway, Zoro does the behind the head blocks and then blocks the other attack. Next, he knocked King off him. Then does a quick side dash, and he tries to throw a slash at King, but he breaks it. Then he starts running after King. He hops up in the air, and then they do a clash. Then they start scrapping in the air for a little bit. Then King brings him down, and they was having a little mini struggle, and then Zoro knocks him off. Then Zoro try to strike him, but he hops out the way. Now after that, Zoro he goes for 3 slashes, and King he dodged all 3 of them. And then King he starts shooting at Zoro, while Zoro like, why the hell I'm fighting with only 2 swords? Bro ran to go get his other sword while he was still shooting at him. Bro grabs it. He was like, and picks it up and was able to block King's attack just in time, bro. Even though it still sent him flying, but he was able to still block it at least. And after this, they started to give us some of Zoro memories and all that. And bro was just getting flashbacks and shit. And you already know once an anime character get a flashback, it can only mean two things. That character get a huge power boost, or he just get his shit rocked. There's no in-betweens. Luckily, Zoro got the good flashbacks. And for some reason, these fathers thought they can handle this man Zoro. Man's hitting him with some of that legendary Super Saiyan Conqueror Riz, and knocked all them boys out. And then Zoro was like, the whole time I knew you was black. And this when things start to get serious. So King, he throws a wall of fire at Zoro. And Zoro, he slices through all that and tries to strike King. But King, he blocks it. And Zoro goes for another one, but King, he blocks it again, knocking Zoro back. Then Zoro goes for another one, and King, he blocks that. Then Zoro goes for another one, and King, he blocks it with his pointy nail on his shoe. Then Zoro's like, hold up. And he almost catches King with his strike. King wasn't messing with that. He was like, bro, too close. So he strikes Zoro and knocks him back. Then Zoro tries to go for another attack, but King, he dodges it and starts shooting at Zoro. And Zoro, he was running from the shot so he won't get hit. Then King, he leans in for an attack, but Zoro, he blocks it and knocks him off him. Then after that, King starts flying full speed ahead towards Zoro. And bro is spinning around fast as hell. But that boy Zoro, he dodges it in slow-mo. And using that momentum, he hops on the wall and then hops on the ceiling and hop towards King with another attack. And King was struggling to block the attack until eventually this man Zoro sliced his whole mask in half. And he had Buddy leaking a little bit too. Then these fathers, they wake back up and it was like, what? He's black? I never knew he was black. King, sir, why you never told us you was a nigga? Silence. And with that, he killed his own men. I mean, I would have did the same shit. They was being racist and all that. Hey, you might as well. It's bad enough you already fighting Zoro. Speaking of Zoro, Zoro was like, pull that mask off. I want to see the face of the nigga I'm going to be slaying tonight. Bro pulls off the mask and they were just awkwardly just staring at each other. Till eventually this man King got pissed and he started just busting at this man Zoro. And this man Zoro was knocking them shits back and running and all. Then King, he spins into a blade and tries to attack Zoro, but Zoro, he blocks it. Then he tries to come at him again, he knocks him off. Then he attacks Zoro 2 more times and Zoro, he blocks both of them. Then King was like, man, fuck this shit. Then he hit him with a heavy attack and they both were struggling until eventually they both knock each other back. Then after that, both King and Zoro start charging up their attack. And after that, we see Zoro start to go full speed ahead towards King. And then he hops up in the air and we see all these purple slashes and they look like they both cancel each other out while just looking at each other in the air. That's King throws an attack at Zoro. And this man Zoro, he styled on him with a bat flip. That's crazy. And this man King, he wasn't taking that. This man went full speed ahead towards Zoro and was bringing this man all the way down to the ground. Bro was so pissed he broke through his own attack just to send this man Zoro down to the ground. And as they got to the ground, they had my boy Zoro struggling. And Zoro was like, hold on, who do bro think he is? Zoro started fighting back until both of they clash just cancel each other out, knocking both of them back. Out of nowhere, you just start seeing all these slices. And my boy Zoro, he tracking everything with that one little eye. And then this man King came out of nowhere with the dynamic entry. Well, my boy Zoro, he was ready for it. And man came back and striked him with an impact frame. Jerked their bro whole body up. Zoro was trying to make King get that permanent one eye like him. He was close though, I ain't gonna lie. But after that, Zoro goes for another strike and King, he blocks it. And then he goes for his strike, but Zoro, he blocks that. And King was like, you almost made me get one eye like you, motherfucker. Shut up and just box, nigga. After that, King, he got pissed and he throws an attack at Zoro, but Zoro, he blocks it. And then he throws another one, but Zoro, he blocks that one as well. Then after that, he throws a slash at King, but King, he blocks it. And bro was trying to look all cool and shit. And bro pulls up full speed ahead towards Zoro and strikes him and sent this man Zoro flying. While my boy Zoro wasn't done, this man, he hops up in the air and he spins around into a green Beyblade and strike King with the attack. But somehow this man King was able to block it. And not only was he able to block the attack, I'm not gonna lie, he had him struggling though, but he was able to knock this man back. But I didn't stop my boy Zoro. He still was standing there with all 3 of his swords with the green flames on it and all. He not done yet until he slay him a nigga.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This man flies up in the air, high as hell. And bro started to create some rings in the air, and this shit looked so clean, I'm not gonna lie. And he was getting ready to go for his final attack. Zoro started dashing towards him, and King was done charging up his attack, and he blasted down at Zoro, and this shit looked clean as hell. Like the way it scattered was just clean as hell. And it was just breaking through everything, just melting every single thing that got in his way. But speaking of breaking through things that got in his way, we can see this man Zoro slicing through this man attack. This man was literally samurai slicing through every single last one of his dragons. This shit looked so clean, I'm not gonna lie. And this view right here, it just looked like a whole boss, bro, like an Elder Ring boss or some shit, bro. This shit looked like so clean, bro, I can't lie. And this man King, he shot another blast at this man Zoro, and my man burst through all of that. This shit looked beautiful. The King was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just have to do this shit myself. And he flies full speed ahead towards Zoro, while Zoro going full speed ahead towards him as well. And as they getting close to clash, just look how beautiful this scene looks. Like it looks so clean. And after they finally clashed, they were just breaking up everything on that surface right there. They costed this big ass bright light, but my man Zoro, he broke through all that and he finished off this man King. And this was like, I don't wanna lie, this fight was clean, I'm not gonna lie.
Every time I drop, we so mad, them devils call me him. They call me God, cause I'm as high as him. I remember back when I was fucking broke. Now I'm chillin' out with some friends on a boat. I can make the money come, I can make it